My name is Dr. Nor Asniza Ishak, and I'm a lecturer in School of Educational Studies. And my field are STEM education or science education, curriculum studies, and pedagogy. Actually, this is my first time with CDAE conducting a webinar. I was asked by Prof. Karim and Prof. Azida. So I said, hey, why not just give it a try, contribute to my fellow colleague in USM. So what I'm going to explain to all of you today is about how we add activities and also assignments in eLearn at USM. So I believe that all of you have opened up your own eLearn, yeah? And I believe that you have started using the eLearn since we are in a remote teaching and learning process. And I believe that you may have, well, I'm not sure the percentage of your knowledge of using eLearn, but I guess at least 10 to 50% of knowledge in eLearn must be in you right now, yeah? Or maybe more, yeah? Sorry if I make a generalization. Right. So basically, what we are going to learn in this seminar or workshop is about how or ways to create assignments and also forums. Because actually in adding activities, there are so many activities that we can add in the eLearn. But only for today's workshop, I will try and explain very briefly but very clearly, I hope so, how we can create assignments and forums only in our eLearn at USM. And beside that, I will also guide you on how to create questions, yeah, quiz questions perhaps in your eLearn. And I'm going to explain how we can create two types of questions, which are maybe three types if we have time. The multiple choice questions, the short answer questions if you have time, and essay questions, and how does the question that we created will be in your banks, yeah, in your eLearn at USM. So basically, these are the two objectives of our workshop today. At the end of our workshop today, you should be able to add your own activities such as assignments and forums in your eLearn, as well as creating your own quiz in eLearn using three types of questions, which are MCQ, essay, and short answer questions. Okay. So this will be the contents of our web seminar or our workshop today. I will start with adding activities first, which I mentioned earlier, only two activities in the eLearn that I will cover today, which are how we can add assignments. Well, it sounds very simple, just adding assignment, but actually you can add so many types of assignments in the eLearn, and you can also create a forum. Yeah? And then second phase, yes, second phase is we are going to add assessment or quiz, yeah, in your eLearn, where if we have time, we cover all three types of questions, MCQ, short answer, and also essay question. Okay, right. So now let me share my browser. Yeah, we are going to straight away look at our eLearn page. Yeah, right. This is my view, the view of my page of my eLearn. Just to recap back, what we have in our eLearn is that we have home button here. So what we have in home is that, okay, we have dashboard, yeah. Home, we have the calendar, we have private files, and the courses that you learn, my courses. So these are all the list of courses that I teach for semester 1 and semester 2. We have penilaian pengajaran. Usually, we will ask students to fill in this penilaian pengajaran at the end of our semester. Yeah, so that we get feedback from the student on how we teach or the process of teaching and learning using eLearn. So this particular or this element sometimes lecturer tends to I'm not sure ignore or forget to tell the students. So maybe this semester, by the end of the semester, you can ask your students to go to penilaian pengajaran and answer survey inside penilaian pengajaran so that you can get feedback from the students about the way you teach your course. Yeah. And we have eLearn at USM Archive. So like mine, I started teaching in 2016, 2017. So I have 3 years of archive, and usually eLearn will have, I think, only 3 years of sessions, yeah, right? And here we have course management. So this is a platform where you can apply from CDAE to split course from other coordinator and also to apply other tutors, yeah, other tutor course, okay, apply tutor course, right? Right, this is my dashboard. Like I said, I have in our dashboard, yeah, it shows the courses that you teach for semester 1 and semester 2. Okay, so let me just show you one of my course I teach. Perhaps I will use the ones that I conducted in English. Yeah, this one. Okay, so this is my uh, course. Yeah, PLG 704 Qualitative Research Methodology. And I just scroll down for you to see my course for qualitative research methodology, yeah, in education. Okay, just scroll down so that you have a picture how you can make your eLearn more effectively by adding so many resources into it and also activities. Okay, so I have Padlet here, yeah, YouTube videos. Okay, this course I share with, actually I'm just the co-coordinator. The coordinator is Prof. Hazri, right? So this is one of my course. So what can you see from this course is that eLearn can be so effective for you to deliver your teaching and learning, right? So at the first or at the top of your course is that you can see the synopsis of the course. So make sure when you want to start your course, then you have to add the synopsis of the course so that you know what is the course about and what would be the aim or the objective of the course. Yeah. And then in the synopsis, yeah, in the synopsis you can see announcement, attendance, yeah, and this is the week by week of the teaching and learning process. Okay, right? So today what I'm going to do is I will try to explain how we can add activity and how to add assessment as well, yeah? Okay, so now if you want to go back to your list of courses, okay, you can go back to dashboard. So in the dashboard, it shows again your list of courses that you enroll for semester 1 and semester 2. Right. Before you want to edit anything in your eLearn, please make sure that you will have to turn editing on. If you still in a mode of editing off, you cannot do or you cannot edit anything in your eLearn. So how are we going to do that? Okay, how are we going to do that? Let's say I go back to another courses. Let's say biology teaching method. This is my undergrad course. Okay, you can see the first page of the course, right? Here in this setting buttons, yeah, in this setting buttons, you can see turn editing on. Right now, I'm in the mode of editing off, yeah, meaning I cannot do anything with my page or my course. I can't see any buttons here. Just this is how the student will see your course. So I need to turn editing on first. Or if you, there are two ways of how we can click to turn editing on. Either you go to this setting icon, or you can go to home and you can see there's a pencil symbols here. You can click turn editing on here as well. But as for me, I often go to the setting button here and I click turn editing on. So what else can we find from this setting buttons? We have edit setting, we have turn editing on, course completion. Course completion means we can monitor the progress of your student, whether they have uploaded or whether they have observed, yeah, or viewed all the materials or resources that we have uploaded into the eLearn. Or we can see course completion, whether they have completed their assignments or not. So we can see from course completion, yeah. We have filter, gradebook, setup, outcome, backup, restore, import, reset, and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to explain on this, but just general setup for your course. Yeah, if you want to edit anything, you have to turn editing on first. So when I click turn editing on, okay, you can see now at my course, there are these symbols, yeah, the pencil symbol, this small icon people symbol with the word edit. So this means that you have turned yourself to able to edit your course in the eLearn. So, right, another thing that I want to share is about the blended status. University Science Malaysia is very concerned for all the lecturers to complete, yeah, your blended status, yeah. So like myself, I already accomplished my blended status, yeah, because if you see from the blended status, there are 4 categories. We have information, resources, activities, and assessment with KPI for you to achieve. Okay, so for example, information, only 1 KPI. So because for information, we only have to add 1 time only. For resources, at least you have to add 7. Like mine, I've added 29 resources. Yeah, so it's ticked already here. I complete my resources blended status. And the third category is activities. Yeah, at least 3, not many, at least 3. Like mine, I already added 111 activities in my course. Yeah, and at least 2, yeah, and I've added 9 assessments. So for this, I achieved the blended status. And every year, CDAE will have a meeting, yeah, we'll have a meeting and we'll share the blended status of the university. So hopefully, during this restriction movement order, all of us will use eLearn and will achieve blended status and will help our university to achieve the blended status. Okay, on our objective today. So this is my information here, the synopsis of my course is biology teaching methods. Yeah, this is for undergraduate students, and this course is also being taught in English, but actually for undergraduate we do dual language. Okay, so I have in my synopsis the synopsis of my course, the course aim, yeah, and we have objective and who would be the coordinator, information, the day of the and also the day of the tutorial. Yeah, you can write motivation words for the students so that they will using eLearn. Yeah. So we have announcement here, we have instructional plan, attendance, and this one is my soft copy for simulated teaching. I put it here. So maybe in other courses, yeah, other panel will explain to you how to add announcement and also attendance, how to make attendance. My purpose today is to teach you how we can add activities. Okay, so let's go back to qualitative research method. If you have questions, don't just feel free to ask, and I will try and answer for you. Okay, let me see my chat. Right. So far, no questions. Yeah. Okay. So just type any questions that you want me to answer, and I will help you as much as possible. Okay. Right. So I'm going back to PLD 704 qualitative research methodology because I prepare my task for this course. Yeah. So right, let's look at one example. Yeah, one example that I have done with this course. Okay, so in this synopsis, I have the announcements, yeah, the attendance, and the tutorial discussion. Meaning, if the students will have their own tutorial presentation or discussion, they will need to upload here. Let's say I go and click at tutorial discussion. Okay, so because it's overdue already, but I can see here, yeah, under my assignment tutorial discussion, the grading summary, which is hidden from students, yeah, students cannot see this. So there are 4 participants in this course. It's an EDD course, yeah, doctoral education. So not many students taking this course, only 4 of them. But 3 have submitted the assignments. Yeah. So if I view all submission, just to show you what kind of assignments I made for them. So here we can see that in tutorial discussions, yeah, my 4 students have 3 of them have uploaded their assignments and need to be graded. Yeah. So far I have not them yet. Okay. So submitted for grading, 3 of them, but 1 have not submitted. So this particular person, I already contact her, and she has actually dropped from the course. So only 3 of students left in this course. Okay. So what have they uploaded here? Okay, I asked them in their tutorial discussions to upload their PowerPoint presentation. So they have uploaded the PowerPoint presentation. And for this student, she uploaded her videos of presentation. Okay, so this is good. So let me go back. Yeah, let me go back. Okay, so now I will teach you how we can add these assignments, yeah, in our course. So let me go to the activity that have not been added anything yet. But I think all of you are very familiar on we can change the date into the title of your course. Can you just tell me whether you are familiar with this or not, so that if you are not familiar, I may explain a bit of how we can change this week, yeah, into a, okay, so most of you are very familiar with it, right? So, right, here we have add a resource and add an activity. Under add a resource, let me see, if we click here, we can add book, course description, file, folder, IMS content, package, label, page, and URL. So this is where you can add your PowerPoint presentation, your video, your YouTube, yeah, and any other resources that you want to add in your course for this particular week. So I'm not going to explain it in this workshop. Yeah, I'm going to focus on add an activity. Okay, in add an activity, you can see that there are assignment, attendance, chat, choice, database, eLearn WebEx, action tool, feedback, forum, glossary, group choice, interactive content, lesson, questionnaire, quiz, form package, and many more. Yeah. So I'm going just to focus on the how we can add activities such as assignments and forum only for our workshop today. Yeah. Okay. So only 2 assignments. Okay. Let's say For this week, I'm going to explain about, okay, this week is about, just say qualitative research method. Okay, so I just click enter and it will change immediately. You can also change it here. Yeah, if you go to edit, you may have some more information regarding the topic that you want to learn. So since all of you are very familiar with how to add the element or information of the topic, so I won't touch on that. All right, so okay. Now I want to add assignments. Yeah, I want to add assignment. I think I need to add example of my PowerPoint. So let's say I will add my PowerPoint first. Okay. So let's say this topic is about ethics. Yeah. Okay. Please see the PowerPoint. Thank you. Okay. So I need to you can either drag and drop files here, or you can just click here and choose file if you want to. So I just go to my desktop. Let's say I'm going to add one file here. Just click choose. Okay, and then just upload this file. It may take some time because the internet might be quite slow. So just wait. Okay, so it's there already, right? So let's make sure you show display description. Okay, so that is your file, and then you can save and return to pause. So here we have the PowerPoint on ethics. Yeah. Okay, now I want to add assignments for this topics. Yeah, ethics. So I can add assignment. Okay, go to assignment. So you can see this view. Yeah, adding a new assignment to qualitative research methods on ethics. So we have assignment name. So you can put here presentation on topic ethics. Okay, so you can make description. Please upload your PowerPoint presentation as well as your video on ethics. Okay, thank you. Right. So let's say you want to make it bigger. You can select. Okay. You can make it colorful as well if you want to. So don't forget to click display description on course page. Right, let's say you have additional file for the students to read. You can, such as an article or any other relevant sources for this particular topic. You can add it here as well. But for this time, I will not add because I don't have any additional reading for them to read. Okay, so here we have the availability. So what does it mean by availability is when can the students start upload their assignments? Yeah. So in this case, today is 29th April 2020. Okay, today the student can start upload their assignment. So you have to click the button enable if you want to change. Yeah, or else if you don't click it, it is by default. Yeah, it is used by default. So just click enable, and you may change time. Let's say the student can start upload at maybe 1 o'clock. Okay, and what is the due date? Yeah, due date for submitting the assignment. You can also change the date here. Maybe 1 week, maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days. Let's say here 1 week after this week is 6 May. So I just leave it there. and maybe 6 May at 3 o'clock as well. Yeah, I will put that. Right. Right, cut off date. Cut off date means when you click cut off date, after that date, the student can no longer submit their assignment. But usually, for me, I don't click cut off date because I will let them just submit their assignment. But from the report by eLearn, we can still find or we can still trace students who submitted late. Yeah, actually. So I don't click on cut off date, but if you want to, you can click on cut off date. And remind me to grade. Usually, the reminder for you to grade your assignment is 1 week after the due date. Okay. Right. Secondly, under assignments is submission types. So submission type, we have online text or file submission. Okay, so by default also is file submissions, meaning that the student can upload their files such as in form of Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, and Excel, or even SPSS output, SAV file in the submission types. Okay, if you have word limit, yeah, for online text only, you can have the word limit, yeah, but like this time, yeah, I want the student to submit 5 submissions, so you cannot add anything at word limit. And maximum number of upload files. Like I said in my instruction, the student have to upload your PowerPoint presentation and your video. So two files they have to upload. But let's say they want to upload as many as they want, I don't really mind. So I always put 20. So in this case, let's say I just allow them to upload 2 and then we just click 2, meaning maximum number of files that they can upload is only up to 2, not more than that. Yeah. So, but if you are kind enough, you just, no harm for you just to select more than whatever number of files that you want them to submit. Okay. Maximum submission size. Yeah, just leave it default. Size upload limit 9.8 gig. Yeah, in case they want to upload a larger size of files. Okay, so accepted file type. I'm not going to select any. Yeah. Okay, now let's move on to feedback types. Okay, feedback comment, annotate PDF, offline grading workshop, worksheet, feedback file. So usually I just leave it used by default. Yeah, I don't click anything. Submission setting. Require student to click the submit button? No. Yeah. But if you want them to click the submit button, you can allow them to do so, that you will be aware. Yeah, you will aware of the student's progress. And require student accept the submission statement? No. Yeah, meaning that the student will not receive any submission statement. Attempt reopen? Never. Meaning that they only can do attempt of uploading their assignments only once. Yeah. Okay. If I allow them to do multiple attempts, I can click automatically until pass. Meaning that first attempt, there are still changes that they have to do. I will resubmit back. I will tell them to resubmit, and then they will submit until they are passed. Yeah, they pass the assignment. But if you want to them just to submit once, you just click never. Or manually, you can click how many. Yeah, let's say I am a very kind teacher. I allow my student to submit 3 times. Yeah. So if they realize that they have made mistake, they will keep on uploading the new one. So I put attempt reopen manually at maximum attempt 3. Okay. Group submission setting. If this is individual task, so you just click no. If it's a group, and then you click yes. Yeah. So how many group? Okay, require group to make submission, yes, or require all group members to submit. So if you require group to make submission, meaning that only one person will submit, yeah. Okay. So require all group members to submit or just one to submit, up to you. You can click here, yeah. Okay, so in this case, I don't want any group submission, so I click no, right? Then for notification, notify graders about submission, okay. By default, it's put no because it will appear in your email, yeah, all this notification. So I don't want it to appear in my email, so I put here, or I choose no. Notify graders about the late submission, also no. Okay, so if you want to know who submit late from the submission date, you can click yes, yeah, so that eLearn will notify you whoever submit their assignment late, yeah. So like my class, which I have about, I have 45, I have 100 something participant or students. I don't want it, yeah, I don't want it. I will check myself from the eLearn, so I don't want it. Okay, so default setting for notify students, up to you. Want to click no or yes. Okay, so I don't want to notify the student. Right, grading. For the grade, yeah, you have none. If you don't want to grade, yeah, the assignment using eLearn, then you just click none. But if you have it using skills, yeah, you have to choose skills, yeah, default, competent skills, separate and connected ways of knowing. That is how you're going to grade it. But I usually click no because I will grade them myself. Okay, but if you choose to click it, and then you will have to do grading. Okay, I can see questions here. Bagaimana nak masukkan assignment soalan yang sama untuk kumpulan yang berbeza, masa dan hari yang berbeza? Oh, meaning that you have different groups, yeah? If it is for tutorials, you have to do many assignments. Assignment for group 1, assignment for group 2, assignment from group 3 in the eLearn. So I'm teaching here is for general, for everybody. Yeah. So when you have label your assignment as assignment for group 1, remember we have here group submission setting here. Yeah, you can set it there. Okay. So the most important things here is your assignment name. Presentation for group 1. What is the day, what is the time of their class, yeah? And then for group 2. So they will know, the student will know which assignment belongs to them and which assignments that they have to do and uploaded it. Okay? Right. I hope that is clear. And another question, I have a question here. At PPSP, we have 186 students, year 4, and there is 25 of them in each group. When I add an assignment to the particular student, the whole list of 186 students pop up. So again, you have to set up your group submission setting. Yeah, you have to set up your group submission setting. Okay. So what is the difference between grade and skill? Right, skills, if you have certain skills, skill 1 for what, skill 2 for what. If you have grade, if you have a point, yeah, what is the point? I mean, for them to pass, a maximum grade is 100. For them to pass is 50 maybe. But here, maximum grade is 100. But if skill, there are certain skills for them to fulfill in order to pass their assignment. Okay. Can I split only one course? What do you mean by can I split only one course? I don't understand here. Okay, please just please clarify what do you mean by I split only one course. Okay, right. Let me continue. Okay, grading method, simple direct grading. Yeah, if you have marking guide or you have rubric, and then you just click it. But usually I just leave it, use it by default, yeah. Okay. So grade to pass, so maximum grade is 100, grade to pass is, let's say, 50. Yeah, 50 for them to pass, where the maximum grade is 100. Blind marking, I just leave it by default, yeah. These are all, I will leave it by default. Okay, common module setting, show on course page. Do you have ID number? I don't put ID number, so usually I just leave it or use it as default. Is there any restrict access? Meaning that certain students can open it. Yeah, activity completion, date, rate, user profile, restriction set, and you can look at this for in case you want any restriction access. So usually I don't put any restrict access. Okay, activity completion. Right, completion tracking. This is important for you to track whether your student has completed their assignment or not. So by default, the eLearn have put student can manually mark the activity as completed. So what does this mean? In the students' eLearn, yeah, at the end of the assignments, yeah, there's one box that they will tick. Okay, so if they tick that box, eLearn will capture as the student have completed their assignment. If the student forgot to tick it, what eLearn will read is that the student failed to complete the assignment. I will show you later, yeah, how we can look at the completion progress. So this is how we want to track, yeah, to track or to trace or to monitor the progress of our students upon completion of their assignments or uploading the resources that we have given to them. So in eLearn, set by default, do not indicate activity completion. Student can manually mark the activity as completed, show activity as complete when conditions are met. So I usually choose student can manually, meaning they can tick themselves. Yeah, they can tick themselves whether they have completed the activity or not. Sometimes they forgot and I will remind them. Last night, I was monitoring my student progress and I found that many of them forgot to tick. So I remind them, please tick the box that you have, complete whatever that you have done with your eLearn. So I will show you later. Yeah. Right. So require view. Student must view this activity completed. So this is set by default. Yeah. I cannot click anything because I already choose student can manually mark the activity as completed. Okay. Text. No tagging. Competency also no competency. Yeah, I just leave it by default. Okay, let's say now we have done everything under assignments. Yeah, we need to save and return to course. Don't forget to click save and return to course. So here now your page of eLearn, we have put the first assignment for qualitative research method, which is presentation on topic ethics. Yeah. So here is the description. Please upload your PowerPoint presentation as well as your video on ethics. So when the student click this assignment, they are able to upload all the necessary things that required by the lecturer. Okay, we need to read from the chat. Doktor, adakah boleh jadi case? Student kata dia dah submit assignment, tapi assignment tu tak appear dalam e-learning. Okay, if the student have upload in the eLearn, yeah, eLearn will automatically capture the students have uploaded it. But if they forgot to take, then it shows that they have not completed the assignment yet. So that is why from time to time we have to remind the student, please tick, please tick the box of completion. If they forget to tick, the eLearn will automatically recognize the student as not complete, even though they have uploaded in the eLearn. So keep on reminding your student, please to tick the box, yeah, or else the eLearn will not capture. Okay. Whenever the student completed the process of uploading, yeah, the eLearn will tell the student. You have upload, and make sure the student save. If they don't save whatever that they have upload, eLearn will not put it in the eLearn. So sometimes students forget to save as well. Yeah, so after they upload the assignment, they have to click the button save, and it in the eLearn. Yeah, so the lecturer may after that recognize which student have uploaded the assignment. Okay, so I hope that you understand way of how we can upload assignment, right? Okay, right. Is there any more questions on how we can upload or add assignment? I move on with the second objective here, which is to upload assessment or quiz in the eLearn. Okay, yeah. So I may proceed with the second part of our workshop today, which is how we can upload questions, yeah, or assessments in the eLearn. Okay, right. Now let's look at how we can add activity using forum. Yeah, not assessment yet. I will explain to you how we can add forum. Okay, so A symbol is for assignment. So these two chatting box, yeah, chat cloud. Okay, this is symbol for forum. Okay, let's say for this topic, I want the student to actively do some forum, yeah, or discussion using forum in the eLearn. So I can add here forum for in research. Okay, so you can add description. Please actively participate in this forum. It is a compulsory for every student to join. Thank you. Okay. Right. So this is my description. Yeah. So don't forget to click display description on pause. So if you want it to be big, you just go here, heading medium. Yeah, you can choose if you want to make it colorful. You may make it colorful. Okay, right. So that's it. Okay. Okay, next. Right. This is the standard forum type. Yeah, standard forum for general use. Okay, maybe you want a simple discussion. Each person posts one discussion. Yeah, if you have each person post one discussion, meaning that everybody or every one of them have to create a post one discussion, and others will join the discussion. Okay, but it can be a Q&A forum as well. It can be standard forum displayed in a block-like format. Yeah. Okay. So if by default standard forum for general use, it can be any of this. Yeah. So just click standard forum for general use. Let's say you have attachment and word count. Okay, maximum attachment is 500 kilobyte or maybe more. By default is 500. This is just a forum. No need for them to upload anything. Yeah. And maximum number of attachment you can choose, but this is by default. Okay, display word count. If you want to display word count, then click yes. Yeah, if you don't want to, just click no. Okay. Subscription and tracking. For subscription, we have auto subscription. This is all by default, so no need for you to change anything. Yeah. Okay. This is for grading. If you want to grade them. Okay. In this case, I categorize. Rating. If you want to rate. Yeah. No rating. Average rating. Okay. Rating their chatting. Oh, their discussions. Yeah. Okay, usually I just leave it here by default. Common mode setting, show on course page here. Group mode, you want them to separate so that they will have different group. You may choose separate group. Okay, so add group access restriction. If you want to, you have to add. But if it's open to everybody, then no group. Yeah, no group, so that all students can access to the discussions. Okay, is there any restriction access? If you want to add any restriction, just add. I just leave it default. Yeah. Activity completion, like I said, student can manually mark their activities as completed. Meaning that if they have joined the forum, they have to click the box at the very end of the activity, indicating that they have completed the activity. If they forgot to click, eLearn will automatically capture them as incompleting in doing the activity. So, like I said, please remind the student always to tick the box. Yeah. Okay. This is the tag competencies. I just use it by default, and then save and return course. So here, just now I click restricted, meaning that not available unless you belong to any group. So if you don't want them to be in separated group, you may edit and change it. Yeah. So in this case, I put restricted. It means that not available unless you belong to any group. So maybe I want to change so that can read the forum. So let me see the common module setting. Have I done here? Okay, never mind. Just go back. I think I've done something here, so I have to change again. Oh, yeah, just I forgot to tell you that. Let's say you have done these assignments or forum, and you don't want the students to see it yet in their eLearn. You can always hide from students. Okay, so when you see this button, this icon hidden from students, so meaning that after you have uploaded the assignment and that assignment is meant to be published next week, so you can click the I symbol here, meaning that you are hidden from students. So when the time comes for you to publish it to students, you can just click show, and the box will disappear from your assignment. Okay. Right, let's look at the chat. Doktor, kita boleh semak terus assignment pelajar terus dari eLearn. Okay, yes. Yeah, if you open the assignment, they are grading, so you can just create them, and then you can straight away give marks. But you have to choose what types of grading you want to use. Yeah. Okay. But you can also grade it manually if you want to, because of course, you have to transfer it into our Excel, right? Because we want to share the coursework with the admin. Hi, doctor. Is there a which allows hand marking online on the student's quiz? I don't think so far we have that. Yeah. because usually if in assignments, the student will upload the words, yeah, words. So when you click the you have to upload it, yeah, into your computer. So after that, after you use track changes or whatsoever, yeah. So directly from eLearn is impossible because the student upload their okay.
Dr. Nor Asniza, Dr. Azman,
Yeah,
can I add on that?
yeah, sure.
Yes. If it is in words, you can ask the student to share, and then when sharing, there's collaborative tool, so you can marking, you can mark, you can highlight words, all these things. Share the
Yes, yes,
script,
yes,
share the words,
yeah.
or whatever you using a Google Doc or something, but not
We
in
share.
our e-learning.
Yeah,
Share for
true.
editing.
Yeah, not in eLearn, but we can do it in the words, right? Thank you very much, Prof. Okay. Um, Hi, doctor. Is the in video presentation? Can we limit the video size? Yes, sure. You can choose the size of your video in the settings, yeah. But eLearn have already put default the largest the largest size for the video. You can always choose the size of the video that you want the students to upload into your eLearn. Okay, right. So I'm done with adding.
Dr. Naniza, can I add on that last question?
Yes.
Your answer?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
If one is upload, the other thing is if they can just send a link.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
what we do, we just put a link of YouTube. I don't know whether in eLearn our system we can ask them to upload the link in YouTube or anything so that
Yeah.
it won't get stored inside our server.
Can. In eLearn, your student can upload link as well. Let's say you ask the student to do a Powtoon video, and Powtoon video, if you want to upload it, yeah, it may cost some money for them. So what I usually ask my student is just upload the link into the assignments. So from the link, yeah, I can look at the video, because if the video is too big, it can't upload it in the eLearn. So instead, you can ask them to, share the link or upload the link. Yeah, it is possible for you to do that. Your students to do that. Yeah. And if a certain image is too big for them to share, you can just tell them to screenshot the image, put it in Word, and then upload the Word version. That is also possible. Yeah. Okay, because sometimes students have problem in uploading the assignment, so we have to be lenient a bit on how we want the assignment to be. So thank you for that. Yeah. Okay, so I think we'll go to how we can add quiz. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to quiz. So now you click to add activity. We are now in adding a new quiz to qualitative research method. So basically, first thing that you have to do is you have to set up your information for your quiz first. Okay, this is not for you to write the question yet. This is just a setup page. Yeah. So let's say this is I put here quiz for ethics in research, for example. Yeah, this is how it's going to appear in the eLearn course. Okay, description. Just write, please answer all questions. Thank you. Okay, so don't forget to click display description on course page. Right, timing. You can set here, just like for assignments, yeah, you can set the timing of the quiz. Let's say want to, don't forget to click enable first for you to click the timing of your quiz. Let's say 29 April, the quiz starts at 1 o'clock maybe, yeah. Okay, and when you want to close the quiz, let's say click enable. The students are going to answer for 1 hour, so 29 April. The quiz will close at 2 o'clock. Yeah. So after 2 o'clock, they can no longer answer the quiz. So this is how we set. If for one day, you can set here 29 April till 30th April. Yeah. And in some cases, maybe for 2 months, they will have to answer the quiz. Maybe the quiz is very difficult. Then they set from April until maybe end of May. Okay. So this is how we do the timing, yeah, of the quiz. Okay, time limit. Right. Time limit here. Sorry, close the quiz till at 1. So if time limit means how many minutes does the student needs to answer the question. Let's say I said just now they will need only 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour to answer it. Or maybe 1 hour is too many, the question is not a lot. Maybe you can choose only 30 minutes. So up to you, yeah. How you have set up the time for the quiz to be answered by the students. Okay. So let's say in here I choose 1 day. Yeah, 1 day. Okay. Right. When time expired, open attempt are submitted automatically. This is set by default. So there is a grace period when open attempt can be submitted, but no more question can answer. Attempt must be submitted before time expired or they are not counted. So I seldom choose these two. I just click open attempts are submitted automatically. So whenever they open it, they can send their quiz automatically. Okay. Okay. Next is grade, right? And categorize. Grade to pass. Okay, grade to pass. What is the grade for them to pass? 50 out of 100, 10. It depends on the type of quiz that you're going to give them. Yeah. So let's say I put 50 for them to pass out of 100. And for this quiz, how many attempts do you allow them to answer? Yeah. If they can only answer once, you just click once. But usually, I am not, I'm quite lenient, I'm not that cool. So I will allow my students to do 2 attempts. Yeah. I allow them to do 2 attempts of answering the quiz. But I will make sure I will choose this wisely. For the grading method, either I want to take the highest grade from these 2 attempts, or average grade, or only the first attempt or the last attempt. So what I did was that I usually take the highest grade, because when I allow them to do 2 attempts, it means that I'm giving them opportunity to do their best. So if the first attempt they got low result, they may try in their second attempt, and hopefully the result is better than the first one. So from that opportunity, I will give them highest grade. But if you want to give them average grade, that is also okay. But usually I will give the highest grade. Let's say in first attempt is lower than the second attempt, so I make the marks or the grade for the second attempt. Okay. Right. As for the layout, okay, you want the question to appear in every new page, or one page consists of 2 questions, one page consists of 3 questions. You can set this. Yeah. So as default, 1 page for every question, meaning that when they click answer the quiz, 1 question, 1 page, they will have to click next Next. If the question is short questions, then maybe you can choose every 2 questions or every 3 questions. Let's say I put every 2 questions, yeah? Okay. Question behavior, shuffle. Okay, what does it mean by shuffle within question? You know, sometimes we do online quiz in the lecture hall or in the tutorial class, where of course if it involves many students, they will always sit side by side near to each other. So we don't want them to cheat, yeah, tak nak tiru. So what we can do is we can shuffle the question so that when person A look at their friend's question, which is person B, the question will not appear the same. Meaning, first question is not the same for person A and person B. So they may think that everyone will have different questions, even though actually the questions are the same, because we have set shuffle within questions. So this is very important for you to choose, because we don't want any cheating process to occur during the online quiz sessions, yeah? Okay, and how questions behave? Deferred feedback. Usually we have deferred feedback. Right. Review option. This is just leave it by default. Appearance. Okay, you want to show the user picture, you can click, yeah, but I don't put any picture here. This is the decimal place. Usually you put 2 decimal place. And any other extra restriction on attempt, which means if you want to answer the question, they require password, and then you have to click, or you have to click here to enter the password. Yeah, just like when we want to use Webex or Zoom or using Mentimeter. If you ever use Mentimeter, whenever the student wanted to answer the quiz, they will require a certain password. Yeah. So if you don't want them to have a password, and then just don't put any password. Okay. But like I said, you can, even though you have set up the quiz, you can close your eyes. I mean, you can hidden the quiz from the student until the time you want to publish it to the students. You open the eye. Yeah, you unhidden it. Overall feedback. Okay, if you want to write any feedback, if you are 100, you can say well done or good job. Okay, if they don't have good feedback, good grade. Okay, let's say they have 40. Try again. Yeah, something like that. Just a motivated word for them, yeah. After they have completed the the quiz. You can add more if you want to here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you can add more. If they have the 0, what is your feedback? Yeah. 10%, what is the feedback? You can add a motivating words here for them. Yeah. Okay, common module setting, show on course page. Yeah, this is set by default. Restrict access, no activity completion. Again, by default, today the activity is completed, meaning that after they have completed their quiz, they have to tick the box. Meaning that they have completed the quiz, so that the lecturer can always monitor their progress. Okay. These two also, we just leave it by default. Now you have set up your quiz, and you can go to save and display. Okay. Oh, somebody have shared how we can enable notification from the email. Yeah, you can always enable it. Yeah, just like our handphone, we can enable notification for WhatsApp, for Facebook, for Telegram. You can always do that. Yeah. Okay. Now, oh, there's something wrong. I have to put 50. Wait, boundary is 50. I just delete it. is wrong here. Oh, weight to pass is 10. So 5. You must fill in the default. Any? Yeah, maybe I don't want to add any. Yeah. Hopefully this time should be okay. Right. So here we can see that this is the setting for your quiz. Yeah, quiz for ethics in research. So when the student quiz, it will appear like this. Yeah, the setup. So attempts allowed 2 because I click 2. The quiz will not be available until Wednesday, meaning that they cannot answer the quiz until 29th April at 1 p.m. and the quiz will close at 29th April. Sorry, it should be 30th April at 1 p.m. Okay, time limit 1 day. And grading method, they will know that the lecturer will take the higher grade. So far, no question has been added yet because you just have done the setting of the quiz. So what you need to do is you go to setting here, yeah, and you go to edit quiz, or you can directly go to edit quiz, yeah. So you just click edit quiz, and you can see this, yeah, editing quiz for ethics in research. So far no question has been added yet. So perhaps you may have to add a question. So now maximum grade is 10. Just now I said grade to pass is 5. Yeah. So eLearn have default the maximum grade to be 10. Yeah. Okay. Now let me add question. I show you how to add question. So a new question. So from here, when you click a new question, choose a question type to add. There are so many types of questions for you to add. But for today, I will just need to show you. I will show you how to add multiple choice and also essay questions. Yeah. But if you have time, I will show you how to add short answer. Basically, they are almost the same. So let's say I click multiple choice question. Okay. So you just click add. Okay, so category. So this is default for, you can choose the quiz is default for this particular quiz or this particular course. Okay, so I just leave it by default. So meaning that this quiz will be added into this course, PLG 602. So what will be the question name? So this is question number 1. So we just add question 1. So this is the text, yeah, the text box where you add the question. So let's say I just type whatever question that I have in my mind. Which one is not the type of qualitative research method? Okay. Okay. So now default mark is 1, which means if they got correct, they will get 1 mark. Yeah. So do you have general feedback? Okay, if you want to put, you can put, but usually I just don't put any feedback there. Okay, just leave no ID number. You have 1 answer or multiple answer. Okay, since this is an MCQ question, usually we have 1 answer only. But if you have multiple answer, you can also click that. Right, shuffle the choices, meaning the students will get the question with different choices of answer. Okay, so this is the place where you write the answer for MCQ. Yeah, so this is for choice 1. So what you need to do is you just type. Yeah, since my question is which one is not. Yeah, which one is not the type of, or maybe I can put not, and maybe I can bold it. Okay, so the students will understand better. the answer. Yeah, you type the answer here, and this is the grade. Okay, if this is the answer for this question, then you click 100%, which means if the students answer correctly for this question, they automatically will get correctly 100. But if this is not the answer for it, none. This is not the answer. Just leave it none. Okay, and then move on to choice number 2. The answer is case study. And still this is not the answer, so I will not click the grade. And then let's move on to choice 3. Uh-oh. Okay, say, where is my guide? Phenomenological research. Still, this is not the answer, so I just leave the grade as none. And try for quasi-experimental research. So this is not type of qualitative research. So this is the answer because the question said which one is not a qualitative research method. So I click 100, which means if the question, if the student choose this choice number 4, they will get it correctly. So if you have 5 choice, you can add more. If you have more, you just click more choices. Yeah. So usually for MCQ we have four choices. So I fill in all the 4 choices. Okay. You want any feedback? Your answer is correct. Your answer. If you want any feedback, you just add. But in this case, I don't want to add any. This is a hint. Yeah. But if you don't want any hint, then just don't give hint to the students. Let them think themselves. And any tagging if you want. So just leave it default and save changes. So when you don't forget to save, yeah. So when you save, you can see that in your question for ethics appeared here in page 1 is your question number 1. Yeah, this is your question number 1. So I may show you one more time. Okay, let's say I want to add question number 2. Just click add here. This is for page 1. If you add here, new question, okay, multiple question, yeah, add. Okay, question name is question 2 and write down the question. Let's say, which among these research methods in qualitative is the most suitable? I'm thinking of the question promptly to be implemented. And wow, such a long question. Studying orang asli STEM education, just for example, yeah. Okay, orang asli is okay. Yeah, orang asli. Right, so the question, which among these research methods in qualitative is the most suitable to be implemented when studying orang asli STEM education? So this not is 1. If you want to add any feedback, you can add, but I don't want to add anything. So click the choice, survey. Yeah, you use survey. This is not the answer. Choice 2, case study. This is not the possible way as well. Yeah, doing case study. Okay, so I just click none. Choice 3. Choice 3. Observational. Still okay, but not the most suitable way for orang asli. The most suitable way is you use ethnography. Yeah, you use ethnography study. So what I need to do, since this is the answer, I have to click 100. So now I have the 4 choices for the answer of the quiz. So I just save changes. I already have 2 questions. Yeah, I already have 2 questions. So this is page 1, this is page 2. Yeah. Okay. So the one question will appear in different page. All right. Let's add more questions. Okay. If you just click here, same things will happen. So now I want to add an essay question, no more multiple choice. Okay. In the same quiz, you can add many types of questions as well, not only the multiple choice questions. Yeah. Okay. Let's say I want the student to write an essay. Okay. So just add. So this is question number 3. So write down the essay question. So what is, for example, what is ethics? And in your opinion, what has ethics got to do with research? And let's see, I want them to explain the major approach ethics. For example, okay, so this is my question. What is ethics? And in your opinion, what has ethics got to do with research? And explain the major approach to ethics. So this is an essay kind of question, definitely. Yeah. So default marks, okay, you cannot change. Yeah, but if you want to give them more marks, yeah, default is 1. If you want to give them more, maybe you want to give them 10 marks because it's an essay question, they should get more marks. Then you can give them 10. Yeah. But if I just leave it 1, still okay, no problem. Right? So respond for an essay question. How do you want them to answer it? Can be HTML editor with file picker, plain text, plain font, online text. So I just leave it default HTML. Yeah, require the student to enter text. Okay. I just leave it by default. Yeah. Input box size. Since this is an essay question, maybe the student will write a lot on it. So maybe you think line is not enough, so you may add the lines for them to answer the question up to 40 lines. Yeah, if it goes up to 40 lines, you will give them more space, yeah, in their answer to answer it in the eLearn. So I choose 30 lines. Okay. Allow attachment. Let's say you want them to answer the essay together with certain assignment. Let's say in your essay question, you want them to upload anything. Please upload your Microsoft Word file as well, meaning that the students will also write it in Microsoft Word, and then they will have to upload it in the eLearn. Yeah. Or if you just want them to write in eLearn, you don't allow them to upload anything. So also, this is an essay question, you want them to upload any articles, journal. So you allow them to upload the article journal. So how many attachments do you allow is up to you. Can be unlimited. Let's say I want them to upload just one attachment, yeah, which is their answer using Microsoft Word. Okay, attachments are optional. Okay. Or you say that they must attach one. Yeah. Okay. Accepted file type. So what type of file do you allow them to upload? You may choose. So you can see there's so many files. We have archive file, audio file. So usually I will just take all 5 types. Yeah. So if you have you want them to upload their audio only, you choose audio. But I usually select all 5 types so that I give freedom for my students to upload their answer. Yeah. So you go to save changes. So this is graded information. Maybe you can say students may pass when they get 5 out of 10. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. right? This is just a notification for the students. Okay, and then save changes. So now you have two multiple choice question. This is symbol for multiple question, and this is symbol for essay. Yeah, and you have 3 questions already in your quiz. So you may click shuffle here if you want to again shuffle the question. Okay, and then you can, don't forget to click the button save. Okay, so when you save, okay, it's already been saved for you, right? You can go back to your quiz here, quiz for ethics in research. Okay, so since the quiz are not open yet for the student, but you as the editor, you can preview the quiz. So let us go and preview the quiz that I have done just now. Let's say start attempt. Right, this is question number 1 that will appear in your students' eLearn. Remember, we have shuffled the question. So this question, remember, I put this question as question number 3, but it appears in your eLearn as question number 1 because you have already shuffled the question. So this is the essay question. What is ethics, and in your opinion, what has ethics got to do with research, and explain the major approach to ethics. So student can start type in my opinion, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so here the student actually can choose the settings for their answer. Okay, so the answers, remember I select 30 lines, so they have more space. Yeah, they have more space to answer the essay. So it depends how many words you want the students to write. 300 words, maybe you need more than 30 lines. If just 50 words, then you can choose a smaller number of lines. Okay, remember I wanted the students to upload at least one attachment. So here is the space where they can upload their attachment. Yeah, so the student can drag and drop and upload their file here. Okay, so it's stated here accepted file type or file of type. If I restricted only to audio, they can only upload audio. If I restricted only for video, only MP4 types of file will appear here. So now is question 2, because remember in the setting I put one page consists of 2 questions. So let's say one page, one question. One page only will have one question only. The student will have to click next page, next page. But in the earlier setup, I already clicked one page, 2 questions. So it appears having one page with 2 questions here. So this is question number 2, which is not types of qualitative research method. Okay, I choose I know the question type. Yeah, and then I click next page. Which among these research method in qualitative is the most suitable to be implemented? Okay, let's say I choose ethnography. Okay, so this is question number 3. So finish attempts. So question number 1, status is incomplete answer. Why? Because I did not upload one file. So incomplete answer. Yeah. But for question 2 and 3, answer has been saved. So student will submit all and finish. This is just a preview, no worry. Yeah. So this is answer for it. Remember, I click in my opinion, side, and so on. And you can see it. So from there, you can see if you have any mistakes in doing your quiz, yeah, in setup for questions in your quiz. Right. So now let's go back to our course. Yeah, easy quiz. So quiz for 18 research, please answer all questions. So far we cannot open it because it is not open yet for answering. So let's say you have prepared the quiz and you don't want the students to know. You want to make surprise to them. Yeah. So what you need to do is just you hide it from the students. So the students will not see your quiz. Tutup mata, tak nampak. Yeah. You cannot see them. Okay. So I think I'm done with my objective of my workshop, which is adding assignments and forum, as well as adding the quiz for your eLearn. So I open for any questions. Let me read question. Yeah. How to mark the essay? Do we need to prepare the schema? Of course, you have to prepare the schema because eLearn will only give room for students to answer. Okay, you have to grade it. Yeah, I mean the essay you have to do it manually, right? That's why I prefer students to upload also their answer in words so that we can give them grading in words. Oh, thank you, orang asal. The correct terms have been changed to orang asal. Thank you, Dr. Nor Asniza. Okay, what else here? Can the quiz function? Sorry. Can the quiz? Oh, just now I changed the quiz for essay back into 1. Yeah, I didn't put 10. Yeah, I changed into 1. I changed it to default. Yeah. So you can set your quiz to how many marks, but later the maximum mark is actually 10, but the eLearn will convert it into 10. Can we convert all the question and student answer in PDF or Word? Print and check it. Dr. Adri, are you here? Some of them ask, can we convert all the questions and student answer in PDF or Word? Actually, for the question, yes, you can convert it into your question bank, but I'm not going to teach it this session because it will take some time, yeah, because I need to open it in Microsoft Word. But maybe I can make one session just for question bank. Actually, the question that you have put in the quiz now, it's already in your question bank. But you can export and import questions from Word as well. Yeah, yes, you can do that. Maybe in other workshop I will explain. Okay. We mark the paper. How to put back the grading in quiz. Okay, the grading. When you open the quiz after the students have marked it, after the student have answered it, you can grade. You can give grade in eLearn. Yeah, you can give grade in eLearn, and even you can export the answer into Excel. Yeah, you can export all the answer from the students into Excel form. And if you want the student to notify their grade, they are able to see their grade. Yeah, you can grade them. Just now I just show you how to make the quiz, but after the student have attended the quiz, when you open the quiz, there's a section where you can grade the quiz and you can give marks to the students as well. Okay. Any more questions? Can the quiz function be used for subjective writing test? I think I already explained to you. You can choose essay, you can choose short answer as well, yeah? For the student, true or false. There are so many types of questions that you can add in eLearn. Okay, so I think that's all the questions from all of you. And that's the end of my workshop for today. If you want more, maybe I can do another workshop. Okay, sorry. Right? So I think I have covered adding activities and adding assessment, just that for a short answer I did not cover, but basically it's almost the same as adding the essay questions. Yeah. So with that, I would like to thank you for joining my workshop today. So please stay safe, please stay at home. Now let me just show my face first. Yeah, okay. So thank you very much for joining my workshop. Hope that I help you um, to gain better understanding on how we can uh, insert activities such as assignment, forum, and also insert assessment in the form of quiz in the eLearn. So please stay safe, please stay at home, and hope to see you all again in the future of a CDE workshop. Thank you very much. Yeah.